Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Today's been a crazy day because as I look to eventually do a video on the changes in Battlegrounds, and I'm still collecting the info on that. I haven't seen like an official forum post at the time of recording this yet. I suspect maybe the next 24 hours Caban will come out with one that's an official one for them. But in the meantime, maybe I'll record it when I'm getting ready for bed. I had talked today about all the offers, and I touched on how especially we finally saw the reason why the 6-star Scarlet Witch was in the game, was in the patch notes, and it's for a very similar kind of offer that we saw for Star-Lord when Star-Lord first came to the game. Star-Lord is somebody who, like, because people threw money at that deal, right? And you can throw $100 at this American. Of course, if you're in a different country, it's going to be more than that. But the thing about Star-Lord is once people, even if they got him, and remember, there is less than a 1% chance to get the new 6-star, 0.9 to be exact. Let's say you get a 6-star Scarlet Witch, right? Well, should you use a generic on her? Do you have 6 stones? If she's at Sig 1, rank 1, you'd be better off ranking up the 5-star. So there are a lot of questions that are posed even if you get the 6-star. But most people are going to spend money and they're not going to get the 6-star. So that was my big takeaway from today, was that 6-star Scarlet Witch was finally in the game. Little did I know that in terms of the anger and feedback that I would get behind the scenes and on the forums, this was like the sub-story. This was story B out of 2. Story number 1 involved the inflation, or how I perceive the inflation to be, of the Cavalier Nexus Back to School pack, where for over a year now, ever since the Disney Plus shows really started coming with Marvel to Disney Plus, we have seen 2 Cavalier Nexus crystals for $5. Now, I know that people talk about inflation, and it is a real thing for so many people, obviously, but is it really inflation if it's just coding in the game? Part of me thought they jacked up the price because this did have some of the best champions in the game, though of course the drop rates are still the same, just 3% for a 6-star. But if you really wanted to get Omega Sentinel and Hercules, for example, you could get both of them in the same crystal. You could also get Doctor Doom. Imagine if you got somehow like the Dream MCOC crystal of 6-star Doom, 6-star Omega Sentinel, or 6-star Shang-Chi, and 6-star Hercules in the same crystal. Almost impossible. But technically, with this crystal, there's a chance. Now, you could also get OG Black Panther. You could also get OG Black Widow. You could get Elektra, Iron Fist. It's not like this is a crystal that just has Beyond God tier champs, but it does have, certainly, when I look at the tier list from last month that I made, and I'll be making another one next month, when I look at the overall voted champions of the game, Hercules is 1, Doom is 2, and Omega Sentinel is at this point an honorable mention, but just wait until she climbs up. But at least the 1 and 2 champs in the game in the same crystal. But you all didn't buy that. You went to the forums, and by you all I mean quite a few of you. Maybe you were fine with that. I don't know. There are certainly people who are on both sides of every issue in this game. So we see Snurris says new back to school crystals bugged, because some people, like this summoner, were so convinced that this was really hard to believe. They thought it was bugged. They're like, oh, okay, if I buy these, because you used to get 4 crystals for $10, and now you're telling me you get 6 crystals for $30? That's a huge amount of inflation. He says, well, not many countries has had 100% inflation, not global either, so in my opinion, a mistake or a really bad move. Now, you should see the comments if you haven't already in my 6-star Scarlet Witch video that breaks down this. And it's not actually the first time they increased the price on these particular offers. A couple months ago, they went from $4.99 to $5.99 for no reason. People in the forums were saying it was because of monetary global changes or whatever, but these Nexus were the only deals that increased their price. It was just €1, but still now double, no, just no. Logged in to buy them, saw they doubled the price, proceeded to make sure Alliance Quest lines were done, and hard closed the game without purchasing. Now keep in mind, we'll get the Nexus crystals at the same price, I would assume, tomorrow for the She-Hulk deals. That's been the first 2 weeks. I don't see why the third week would be any different. It was already a lot to routinely drop $10 on 2 of these whenever they're available. Now it's $20 for the same thing. No difference in drop rates. What the F? I like this change. The little interest I had in these offers has now completely vanished. So I guess that's the positive in these is like, well, if I'm on the fence, this is going to push me out. Now it's interesting because for like the whales of the game, or even for people who spend moderately, maybe the $5 increase won't mean much to them. But there are a lot of people that this literally is the reason why they're like, nope, not doing it. Price stays that way. You're hunting for a particular champion from it. It'll be now better to buy the daily Cav Nexus. I think it already is, because you get so much guaranteed value outside of the champion. And then you get to see all the inflation comments, all of the bugged comments, and Kabam Jax chimes in. Hey everyone, just taking a moment to address this. There isn't anything fishy afoot here. This price was intentional. Different deals have different prices. That's a bit deceiving because it is the same deal that we were used to seeing, just 2 Cav Nexus. If this was something that included some other items, then that would be a different deal. But it is literally the same deal as we've seen, and we'll see tomorrow. 2 Cav Nexus for normally $5, now $10. It's also why prices are clearly displayed and require a second stage of confirmation. That being said, we were taking your feedback to the team and letting them know the general sentiment regarding this deal. Thank you for taking the time to share with us. So Kabam Jax is putting another fantastic statement out there. I get it. I'm not buying them, but I know some people who still did. So this is an interesting case study, and I think Kabam realized that the demand might decrease and the supply might increase, and economics would dictate the price needs to drop if that's the case. Thank you for your feedback in the forums and to my channel.